everywhere and comparison has become almost unavoidable, confidence can make a remarkable difference. Sometimes, the biggest barrier standing between us and our potential is not a lack of ability, but a lack of belief in ourselves. And today, we have with us someone who has spent years inspiring people to overcome precisely those barriers. To formally begin today's session, I would like to invite our director, Dr. Devjani Dasgupta ma'am, to say a few words and share her thoughts with our students on this special occasion.
Yeah, good morning. Have you been enjoying yourselves these few days, the journey of the few days? Yeah, and getting to know your purpose, why you are here, right? Okay, good. So it's your purpose, it's your life, it is your program, it is your degree. So it's you all the way. So what you should believe in? Yourself, right? So today we will be talking about that, and we are very, very fortunate to have with us Mr. Veveck Shetty. You will know what kind of talks he has been. He's a motivational speaker, and he has spoken to all our freshers every single year. Yeah, and we have the benefit of his wonderful talks. 1 million or more Insta followers, 1 million and more. Okay, so you will see how he brings things together. Yeah, to make your journey wonderful. You've come through a lot of competition already. It's not over, guys. Yeah, it's not over. But the competition is different here. It's not with the others. The competition is with yourself. Okay? So you have to believe in yourself first to compete with yourself. Tomorrow has to be better than today. And the after tomorrow has to be better than tomorrow, right? And this you can do only with faith in yourself. And there is no other better person to guide and lead and light the path for you guys today other than Mr. Veveck Shetty. You will get a formal introduction of Mr. Shetty. Okay? So have fun, enjoy yourselves, ask questions. He's here. Make the most of the opportunity. Okay? Ask questions. Find out why, think. Yeah, think what he's saying, ask him. Okay? So have fun and all the very best. Thank you very much.
Can I feel the energy in the auditorium a little louder?
Good morning, sir.
First and foremost, let us raise the vibration, frequency and energy of this auditorium. I want you all to clap for your decision to join the D.Y. Patil School of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics. So clap. It is a very good, sound, wise decision to join a prestigious institute of this reputation for a bright future. The second, clap for your management and your teachers and Dr. Devjani in particular for inviting people from the industry to interact with you. Clap for that. What is going to happen here is, why did I make you clap for this decision of the management? 30 years of experience, 30 years of wisdom, 30 years of knowledge will be served to you on a platter. Depends on how much you want to bite into. I wish I had a lot of this knowledge when I was your age. For whatever reasons, it did not happen. And I had to train myself, by myself, all the way, learn by myself to get here. Now you'll get it on a platter, and let me assure you with utmost confidence and sincerity, many things that will happen this morning on this stage will stay with you for a lifetime. I will challenge you to forget it, but you won't be able to forget it. And as I delve deep into this session, you will find out why. So listen very carefully with complete attention, focus and awareness. One or two or three things that you pick up this morning, depending on how you pick them up and how you apply them, may change your life forever. I'm not, using superlatives for effect. I actually mean every word of it. So, let's go headlong into this subject. It's a great subject and it is a vital subject, critical at your age more than any other age. Because if you get this right, nearly 70-80% of your life is sorted. Confidence, self-belief in a highly competitive environment. So let us begin with an inspirational story. I don't know how many of you have heard of the name Bill Gates. Please raise your hands. Fantastic. And what is Bill Gates' contribution to the world? Computers? Yes. I don't know how many of you are aware, when Bill Gates was in school, maybe a little younger than you all are right now, I'm guessing your average age is 20 in this auditorium of the students. Yeah? Less than 20. Okay. So he was doing his project in school. Those days in America, when you were in school, you were given projects to execute. Projects which you conceive, which you deliberate upon, which you contemplate upon, and finally present it to the teachers. So when Bill Gates did his project in school, he got a C- for the project. That was the last possible grade that the teacher could have given any student. A plus B, B plus B minus, A minus, finally C, C plus and C minus is the last grade. It's like getting 0. You can't go below that. That is what Bill Gates got for his project in school. And I want you all to know that project eventually became Microsoft. Here. Okay. Anybody else? Where is if I pinch him here, where is the pain? The pain is in your mind. Now let me tell you how. Okay, so you'll understand the functioning of the mind. And this example is very closely related to nervous system and your confidence building and everything else. So there are nerve fibers here which are connected to your brain. When I pinch him here, electromagnetic signals are going from here to the brain. The mind then receives the signal from the brain and mind says this is pain. So mind is taking the judgment call and saying this is pain. If I show him the picture of his girlfriend, then without pinching him, the mind will say it's joy. Without pinching him. Because signals are going to his brain and he's saying, yeah, this is the girl I want to go for a movie with. And joy. Okay? Every experience is an experience in the mind. Pain, anxiety, joy. And the proof of this is when you are in an operation, when somebody is in an operation theatre, God forbid none of you all should be, but when somebody is in an operation theatre, they give them anesthesia before a surgery. What does the anesthesia do? It removes the connection from your nerve fibers to your brain. So even if they cut you open in the operation theatre, you feel no pain. Because there are no signals going from here to the brain. When there are no signals going, there is nothing for the mind to interpret. No signal only coming. So even if they cut somebody open in the operation theatre, you don't feel the pain. Hours later, after the effect of anesthesia has died, then they feel the pain. So this is the connection. Thank you so much, Yash. Thank you. Yeah. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Laukik.
Sorry?
My name is Laukik.
Love kick.
Laukik. Laukik.
Okay, sorry.
Sir, you mentioned that 80% of means mind of a human is in a loop. So how can a person change the loop if he wants to? Means change the thoughts in the loop.
So I've done this before, I think with one of the batches. I'll do it once again. It will take 3 minutes. Okay. How do you spell your name?
Laukik.
Laukik. And what does this mean?
It means famous in Marathi.
Wow. So you're already famous by birth. Huh? Great. Very good question, Laukik. So now, how does a human listen? Everybody listen to this carefully. This you will not get in any curriculum and syllabus. Okay? What I'm just about to share with you. The first level of thinking of the human mind is what we call through association. What does association mean? And this is where the loop occurs. 80%, the loop that I spoke about, occurs when you're thinking in this pattern. It is called the association pattern of thinking. Which means, suppose if Veveck Shetty is trying to cross the road and suddenly he sees a very fast speeding motorbike coming towards him. Veveck Shetty decides to take a pause and say, let this guy go, otherwise he'll knock me off at the speed at which he's coming. So he stops for a minute. When he stops for a minute, suddenly my thought goes back to my school days when a speeding motorbike knocked me off and I met with a minor accident. From there, my thought immediately goes to my school friends who were in school with me. From there, it goes further to my school, some of my school friends who also were in college with me. From there, it goes to my first girlfriend in college. And from there, it goes to the first movie that we went together. Karte in 20 minutes, this is called association pattern, which means building chains. One chain connects to another chain, connects to another chain, connects to another chain, connects to another chain. In 20 minutes, and 99% of the people are thinking this way. In 20 minutes, if you see what I started with wanting to cross the road. And I went from where to where in 20 minutes. If I read that out, I write down every thought on a piece of paper and write it down and read it out to an audience. The audience will say 100% Mr. Shetty has gone mad. What did he start with and where did he go? Arey yaar, you had to just cross the road. And if you think this is some, cock and bull story that I'm giving you, please check what happens to people when they start surfing internet. You went to search for something, suddenly a prompt comes. Suddenly you see some attractive product which you want to buy. Suddenly you see something else. And then after 20 minutes you realized, Arey, आधा घंटा निकल गया. What did I come to internet for? What was I searching for? Oh my God, I was searching for this. And on which page have I landed? So this is called the association pattern of thinking. And once the loop starts in a certain fashion, the same loop keeps going on for 80% of the time, as I said. Once that loop starts. So some people, for example, people who drink alcohol. I know of people, 8 baje ganti baj gayi, to loop start. 8 o'clock in the evening, the loop starts. Then it's the same loop. If you observe what they do, or somebody is, has to watch Saas Bahu at 8 o'clock. Once the Saas Bahu loop starts, then it's the same loop.
Conditioned reflex.
Conditioned mind. It's the same loop. It's your auto-programmed. You will go through the same loop. Okay? The second pattern is what we call. Now from this, if you want to break this pattern and go to a higher level, how should you do? That is your question.
Yes.
I'm coming to that. But for that you have to understand how the pattern works, and so this is done. Come to contemplation. What is contemplation? So a scientist who's working on a space project, in the first case, in association pattern, the thoughts are rudderless. Rudderless means no direction. And every thought has got energy, urja. Marathi mein urja bolte na. Every thought has got energy. So your energy is directional, less, rudderless. It is like a ship floating in an ocean which has no destination. So as I say, just aimless life. The second pattern is contemplation. In this what happens, if a scientist is working on a space project, he will say for the next 1 hour, every thought will be on this space project. Even if another thought comes, I'm not going to entertain that thought even if it comes. So he'll sit down with his computer, paper, pen, whatever. For the next 2 hours, 1 hour, he's on the same subject. Yeah? Even if another thought comes, which is highly possible, he won't go entertain that thought, he'll come back to the subject. So this is called contemplation. So now energy is restricted to a field. Energy is moving within a field. Here there was rudderless, directionless, energy can go anywhere, thoughts can go anywhere. Okay? Now it has come to a field. So to break this pattern, you will have to practice contemplation first. Step 1. Take any subject of your choice. Okay? Sit on that for 1 hour, but for the next 1 hour, that should be a thought. You can even do a PhD on your girlfriend. These days they even have courses for that. Next 2 hours, just think about her. I'm not joking, I'm serious. One subject aap pakdo, whatever you like in the beginning. After, even if another thought comes, somebody else says, come, let's go play cricket. Don't do it. Say, no, I have devoted 2 hours to her, I'm going to devote 2 hours completely about her. One subject, every thought on that subject, 1 hour, half an hour, 2 hours, as much as you can practice in the beginning, you must at least practice 15 minutes. Don't go for 1 hour, 2 hours. 15 minutes एक सब्जेक्ट पकड़ के हर एक थॉट को उसी सब्जेक्ट पे फोकस करो, whichever subject you like. Okay? Then after you practice contemplation, the next higher level, as I say, first year, second year, third year में you come to concentration. Okay? What is concentration? So now here there was a field, one subject, all thoughts on that subject. Now even the field disappears, only one dot. You remember Arjuna's story in Mahabharata?
Yes.
I can only see the parrot's eye, one dot, concentration. So I actually give concentration exercises in my training modules to students where I tell them, make a dot on a board or on the wall at eye level. Don't strain your eyes, don't do below, don't do on top like this so that your neck gets strained. Straight at eye level. And look at it without blinking your eyes. With a smile on your face. Don't blink. You will notice if I give you an opportunity to blink, your thoughts will start wandering. When I don't give you the opportunity to blink, I am keeping your mind on one dot. One dot. Don't strain your eyes and do it for long times in the beginning. In the beginning you do it for 1 minute, good enough, 2 minutes, good enough. Take a break, again practice. So what are you doing? You're training your mind to concentrate. Another way of doing this is also, if you have a tap at your house, set the water in such a way that 1 or 2 drops of water are falling at a very slow pace. This in yoga is called dharana, movement. For you all, this is more important because there's movement all around us. So if you notice, whatever anybody is doing in the room, my thought flow and my dialogue delivery is not affected. Because I've practiced concentration, I've practiced dharana, I have practiced contemplation, I've done all of that. So let anybody do anything. My flow won't get affected. Dharana means you set that 1 or 2 drops in such a way and observe it from the time it is leaving the tap to the time it is hitting the sink, the kitchen sink, and splashing. Keep observing it. So this is called concentration in movement. In yoga, this is a very common exercise. And even if I throw you in a fish market and halla gulla and chaos around, you will still be absolutely focused on what you come there for. So from association you are moving to contemplation, from contemplation you are moving to concentration, and the last level is the highest level, meditation. What is meditation? Now people have fancy definitions of meditation. I'll give you my humble perspective. Meditation means, so people say I sit with my eyes closed, all kinds of thoughts keep coming. And I have no control. And this goes on for years and years. They're still sitting, still doing the same thing, everything is going on the same way. And according to them, they're meditating. But I'll tell you what is meditation. It's something which, so suppose if I come to Laukik's house, and Laukik has a very beautiful living room with all designer furniture around it. Okay? I start removing the furniture one by one, till the entire room is empty. Now suddenly what happens? You see a lot of space in the room. Correct? Because I've cleared all the furniture. Did I add more space? अगर आपका
क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे, आज का इंटरेक्शन कैसा रहा बच्चों के बीच?
बहुत ही बढ़िया सेशन था डीवाई पाटिल में, जैसे हर साल होता है। और इस साल भी स्टूडेंट्स की जो मन में प्रश्न थे उनको सुन के मैं बड़ा खुश हुआ कि ये लोग पूरे अटेंशन और फोकस के साथ ध्यान से सुन रहे थे मैं क्या बोल रहा था। और वो सुनने के बाद जिस तरह के प्रश्न उन्होंने किए उससे भी काफ़ी मुझे एहसास हुआ कि आगे जाके ये लोग हर विषय में डीप में जाएंगे और हमारा देश का भविष्य उज्जवल है अगर बच्चे इसी तरह सोचना शुरू करेंगे और इसी तरह आगे बढ़ना शुरू करेंगे। तो डीवाई पाटिल अपने आप में एक बहुत नामचीन और जानी हुई संस्था है। जो स्वर्गीय डीवाई पाटिल जिनको हम दादा बोलते हैं उन्होंने शुरू किया था 1980 के दशक में। और हमारी यही उम्मीद रहेगी कि इसी तरह उनका जो प्रवास है, उनका जो जर्नी है वो चलता रहे और देश को ऐसे विद्यार्थी दे जिनकी प्रोग्रेस से हम सबको गर्व हो, देश को गर्व हो, सभी इंस्टीट्यूट को भी गर्व हो और समाज में एक बड़ा इनोवेशन और क्रांति इन बच्चों के माध्यम से आने वाले एआई के युग में हो जाए।
सर क्या क्या विषय पर आपने चर्चा की बच्चों के साथ?
मैंने उनसे जो मुख्य मुद्दा था वो था कॉन्फिडेंस पे, सेल्फ बिलीफ पे। और इस दुनिया में जहाँ कंपटीशन इतना गहरा है और सब जगह फैला हुआ है कंपटीशन, उस युग में, इस एआई के युग में हम यशस्वी कैसे रहे, एक कदम आगे कैसे रहे और कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ हम आगे कैसे बढ़े, ये हमारा मेन मुद्दा था आज का। और कॉन्फिडेंस चूंकि वो माइंड से उसका एक बहुत गहरा संबंध है, तो वो विषय में मुझे खास आनंद भी हुआ बात करने पे उसमें। और उन्होंने रिसीव भी बहुत अच्छी तरह किया।
मैम आप क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे विवेक सर के बारे में और आज का जो इंटरेक्शन रहा? दो घंटे तक बच्चे लगा, मतलब
बहुत कुछ कहना चाहेंगे। एक्चुअली ये 2 घंटा का इंटरेक्शन ना उनके लाइफ के लिए बहुत बड़ा इंटरेक्शन हो गया। हाँ, जो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी फिलोसोफर्स बोलते हैं, बड़ी फिलॉसफी के कॉन्सेप्ट्स है, विवेक जी ने एकदम सिंपली बच्चों को बता दिया। हाँ, which builds the foundation, you know. And as an educationist, I understand, I know the depth of what he is talking. And that is why repeatedly every orientation I have him on stage to motivate my students. And I have found the results very good. And I will keep doing this, Veveck. And it was a superb session where children asked questions. There were more than 35 questions all told. Yeah. So you answered only 4 or 5, but there were more than 35 questions for a 2-hour session, which is something fabulous, you know, from students who are just 18 years old, but all Gen Z.
Yes.
So we don't have to think Gen Z is, you know, they are extremely sharp, and if you put them in the right direction, they will do good to the country.
थैंक यू।
Thank you.